Hi everybody, it's Jen with Beauty by Jen, and today I'm going to be doing a witch look, an adult witch look. This request comes from Callie in Ohio. Hi Callie, thanks for your request. I got this request this week to do a witch look for a family themed Wizard of Oz, but without having all over green face. And I think most adults probably agree that they don't want to wear an all over color for their Halloween costume. So today we're going to be using 4 different pigments: Regal, Crushed, Empowered, and Devious. And 2 eyeliners, which is this Prosperous color that's green, and Pristine, which is white, which I usually just use to do the inner waterline and the inner corners of my eye. Something else we're going to be using is Refreshed Rose Water and Scotch tape. Of course, I'm going to do my mascara and my eyebrows as well. So let's get started. First off, I like to put, anytime I'm doing kind of a smoky, heavily colored eye, I like to put a little Scotch tape underneath my eye. Right like that. Just so that nothing falls on my cheeks. You don't want any powder falling on your cheeks or smudging or getting too overwhelmed. So I usually just follow along my lower lid like that. And then anything that falls off or smudges onto the tape, you can peel off, even though you look a little funny while you're doing it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is take my white eyeliner. This is Younique's Precision Pencil in. So I'm just taking that white eyeliner and doing it all along the inside of my lower tear line, and then also doing just the corners of my eyes to add a bright white pop, and then blending them out so they just blend in kind of naturally and seamlessly. Then I'm taking the green eyeliner in Prosperous and lining the top of my lid, starting just kind of where your lashes naturally start on your upper lid, and then going out. Sorry, I had to take a break there to grab a child. Going back to your Prosperous liner, so you just start winging out like a cat eye right along your tape, and then going in the crease of your eye. So right where the just fold and crease of your eye naturally is, putting the Prosperous liner there, and leaving the center of the lid of your eye just completely bare, and meeting up with the wingtip, so just kind of blending that all together, and then of course doing this exact same thing on the other eye. This just gives you nice lines to follow and a dark base for your pigments, which will go over the top. Just a minute, helps it all kind of blend seamlessly together. Again, just getting right in that crease, but leaving the center of your eye bare. Now I'm taking Empowered, which is a lighter green shimmery pigment, and the way I usually do it is I put it in the lid of my pigment pod, put a little bit of rose water, sprinkle it in, and then I'm mixing it up so that the rose water gets all that dry pigment powder wet and turns it into kind of a paint. And then I'm going in right along all that spot that was left blank and left bare when you did the Prosperous liner. I'm filling that in right all over the top of the lid with this Empowered light green shimmery color. I'm going over the top of where I had put that white eyeliner too. The white eyeliner just helps it be lighter and bolder and pop a little bit more. Now I'm taking Crushed, which is a matte darker green, a kind of rich emerald green color, and doing the same thing, putting some in the lid and spritzing it with one spray of rose water so that it's a nice kind of liquidy wet paint and goes on really smoothly and easily. Getting it on my brush, and I'm going over and just a little bit extra over the top where that green eyeliner is and blending into that. This Crush color is really close to the exact same shade as that green eyeliner, so it blends in really nicely. And there I made a little mistake, but just while it's still wet, it blends really well, and you can move it, and then when it dries, the pigments will stay really well once it dries. Now, for this, I'm using Regal, which is a shimmery purple, just to give a little pop of a different color. And I'm doing it dry with just a very fluffy brush. I'm using the end of the liner shader brush. I'm using the shader end to just get a nice little bit of purple in there. The color purple always makes me think of witches. Just going right over the top of where that green was in your crease, over the top of your crease, not really in your crease, but just above it. And then also taking the liner side of my brush, which is just a flat, very stiff bristles, and putting a little bit of purple under my eye as well, lining the lower lid with the purple a little bit and blending so that it's a little bit more smooth. Now I'm going to take this Devious pigment, which is a little bit of shimmer black. I'm going to mix it up with the rose water with the liner side of my brush, and I'm going to use this as an eyeliner. This works just like a liquid eyeliner. The brush gives you a little bit better definition, and you could use a regular black eyeliner, but I really like the effect that the pigment gives and the precision that it gives. And I'm just starting to line right along where my eyelashes naturally are. So going in on my eye where my eyelashes kind of naturally start, and then going halfway on my lower lid. Excuse the baby who's trying to color on my face. So helpful. She just wants to help mommy do her makeup. So much fun. So again, just blending that out into the cat eye. Using your finger to just kind of blend so that it naturally all just goes together in your lines and stripes. Now I'm going back to this crushed pigment, which was the dark green color that I put on my eyes. And I'm going to put some in the lid, and I'm just going to have it be dry. I'm going to mix it in with my finger so that it's on my finger and brush it right underneath my cheekbone. So I'm starting right underneath where the actual bone of my cheek is, going underneath it and drawing a line towards my mouth. And you want the shading to be a little bit wider the closer it is to your mouth, and to get more narrow as it goes back towards your ear. This is just giving you a cheekbone shadow, a little bit more defined cheekbones, and a shadow of green, so that you're not getting green all over your face, but so that you still get the fact that this is a costume and this is costume makeup, and giving a little bit of the green tint to your face all over. Now I'm taking that same Prosperous Green Precision Eyeliner, but I'm using it to line my lips, and I'm just doing it all over. I like to do it a little bit lighter, leave a little bit more naturalness in the center of my bottom lip, just to add a little bit of fullness and dimension to your lip, so it's not one solid shade. And if you wanted to go over that with chapstick or lip gloss, you could too. And of course, you want your eyes to be really defined and add a little bit of blackness, so you can go really heavy on the mascara application. I'm using Younique's 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, and so it's a 3-step process. First I did the gel, and now I'm putting little fibers in there to fill in and add length and volume. And doing the same thing on the other side. And normally after I do my mascara, I use a brush to separate it out, but this is even a look where you could have some clumps and have it still look okay. For scary witch eyes. So lots of mascara, doing the top finishing coat now to seal all those fibers in so they don't fall on my cheeks. And then the last step I'm going to do is just do my eyebrows and fill my eyebrows in. You could even use a black pencil to do this, but you want a really dark, defined eyebrow for a witch look. They tend to have black eyebrows, or at least very dark defined eyebrows. So just filling them in for the last finishing touch for this look. And there you have it, witch makeup. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.